We have a wonderful bronzer called Bella, and it's, for the most part, it's pretty universal. Like almost everyone can wear Bella, just depending on how you apply it, the way you use it and where you put it. We also have 3 other bronzers that are more specific, meet specific needs for different type of skin tones. They are Heat Wave, which is a deep bronzer with a more red base, and Palm, which is very, very golden with a yellow undertone, and then Tan Lines, which is a super light, super neutral, cool bronzer. So if you tend to get too orangey or stuff looks too muddy on your skin, that would be a good one for you. So, but what I'm using is actually a highlight color. It's meant for women with darker skin tone, but I love it on me as a bronzer. And of course, it's a highlight color, so as with all of our tins of color, we get coverage from each and every product. So I'm going to be going in with Icon, which is a highlight color, to give me enhance that little bit of a bronze thing I've got going. And then I'm still going to go in with some of my more yellow undertone camouflage colors that I use to get rid of the reddish purple circles under my eyes. In fact, I'm going to turn my ring light down a little bit because I feel like it washes a lot of my imperfections out. But when I turn it down, the light down, you can see how dark and red those circles are. We'll just keep it there for a minute. And so that way you can see the magic happen a little bit easier. And then I've got a lighter color I'm going to go in and brighten up the spots I want to draw attention to, that I want to draw light to my face with. So I am going to go in with a quick contour. I wasn't going to do contour today because I'm going to be wearing a mask and you won't really see it, but it's fun to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. So I'm going in right under my cheekbone. I'm snugging right up to the bone. I don't want to bring it down here where you want the hollow to be. I want to create a shadow onto that area where the hollow should be. And I'm using my 3D brush. This is my new favorite brush because this end is perfect for contouring and getting into like small spaces. And then this end really buffs out the product beautifully. So putting my contour right up under my cheekbone. And I'm going to hit a little bit up here in the corners. I don't have to do much up there because my color that's acting as a bronzer is probably going to take care of the majority of that. But I like to get the corners back in towards my hairline a little bit. Our contours are created a little bit, the texture's a little bit stiffer in the tin than our highlight colors and our bronzers, which are much creamier. So I really like them for outlining areas of your face that you're trying to create contrast because they stay put really well. You get very little to no movement. Well, really no movement with the contours. And I've always been pleased and surprised with the amount of, with the lack of transfer we get from the product. Even though it's cream and I'm wearing a mask every day, I take my mask off at the end of the day, it has little to no makeup on it. So that's saying a lot, I feel like. It's pretty impressive. Okay, for my under eye circles today, I'm going to go in with a color called June because it has some yellow in there. And I'm just going to dab it on those darker, when I tilt my head, you can see it better. It's got yellow in it, so areas where I've got that purpley red discoloration, the yellow is going to camouflage that. Sort of make it disappear. So I'm just going to go in the worst of the spots with that there with my finger, and I gently tap it in, and I hardly use any product at all, just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over the rest of the area just to brighten a little bit with my normal color called Amber. Amber is a good color for me because it has warm undertones, and it conceals and cancels out excess warmth in this, like redness in the skin. I shouldn't say it cancels it out. It really just sort of conceals it nicely. The yellow cancels the purple out really nicely, and the warmer undertones just even out the redness in the skin tone. So see how much better that is already? Okay, so I'm going to take the other end of my 3D brush, and I'm going to go into Icon. This is Icon. See how golden it is? It's a little intimidating looking at first, but watch when I put it on how beautiful it is. The nice thing with Saint makeup is you could use this makeup in so many different ways. And, we can color match you personally. You might only need 4 colors altogether. And we can get it exactly to the colors that you need for your skin. Sometimes people need more. They need, 4 or 5 colors, depending on how much they have to camouflage and the effect they're trying to create. But the idea is you get the colors that are perfect for you in your skin tone and what you're working with. And that is really exciting. It keeps your makeup bag nice and small to a minimum. And because you have these great little compacts, like for my weekend this weekend, I thought if I did put makeup on, I'd just want to do the bronzer thing. So I could pop that out when I get home and put my normal everyday shades back in, or I could have a compact that's bigger and carry a little bit of everything. So it's completely customizable and super convenient, and I love it so much. I have been doing hair and makeup for this past May was my 34th anniversary of being a hairstylist. So I've been in this industry a long time where I'm get to do makeup for people for special occasions, usually, proms and weddings and pageants and all of that. And it's the first time I've ever found makeup. This is why I joined up with Saint. It's the first time I can wholeheartedly stand behind a makeup and say, I can help you with this. I can customize it for you. We don't have to take a chance on an important day that what I'm using on you isn't going to last, or that it's going to not agree with your skin, or it's not going to be quite the right shade for you, or that the texture is going to look chalky or dry, or it's going to oxidize and look darker than when you first put it on. So it's the first makeup product that I've had complete trust in, and that's, to me, is saying a lot after 34 years. So okay, so I've got on my icon. I've got it pretty well blended, and I just sort of put it all over because I want a really light layer of it, because I've got my summer skin. I don't need a lot of coverage. I just want to look to enhance that look of that little bit of a base tan that I got from being in the sun all weekend. So then I'm going to go in with a brightener color. I'm going to hit the center of my forehead, the tip of my nose, tops of my cheekbones, just to kind of keep up with that 3D effect, because we don't ever want our faces just to be one color. Otherwise you look kind of flat and fake. You know, if we smooth everything out and you get rid of all the imperfections, and you get rid of not the imperfections, but if you get rid of the character in your face, then you kind of just look like everybody else who's done the same thing. So just taking this color called Sunlit. It's got a yellow base too, which for some of us lighter skin girls, well, works for a lot of people, but I know for me, with having the pale skin and the blonde hair, the Sunlit's really pretty on. I also like Aura. Aura's a pretty one for that. So I've got one little scar right here I like to cover up. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much it for my face. I'm going to put a little blush on at the end, but I like to let my makeup sit for a minute, because as you're swirling with your makeup, the blood is coming to the surface of your skin, and sometimes it looks a little darker at first. So I like to let that settle, and when I go back after I do my eyeshadow, then I can see how much blush I want to add to the area from our lip and cheek colors. So I'm going to move to some eyeshadow today, because I just love eyeshadow and eyeliner. So even on my low maintenance day, I tend to wear a lot of it. So I'm going to go in with a color called Rome. Rome is like a beigey, a pretty beigey, shimmery color that's not too bright and light and intense, because I'm not trying to make my eyes look like I've got, you know, an evening time event to attend. I just want to highlight, contour, and enhance the eye area. So I'm using really neutral colors today. So I've got Rome on the brow bone and on the inner corner of the eye. And I just use my finger to apply that because I like it to really show up well. Then I'm going to go in with the fluffy end of my eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to go into a color called Stay Golden. Another one I like for blondes. And I'm going to, with my eye open, I'm going to windshield wipe back and forth. And I'm going to take it pretty high up. I want to get it just where I leave just a little channel of that brightness under my eyebrow. Do that on both sides. This is a part. See if you can see it better here with a brighter light. Yeah, there we go. This fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush is so soft. Like, you know how sometimes you get a makeup brush from the drugstore and it sort of scratches your skin when you're dragging it back and forth? You can press this into your skin as hard as you want, and it's just super silky soft, which is nice because it allows you to blend that color out. You don't have any hard lines that way. You're not irritating that really delicate eye area. So Saint brushes are the best. So now I'm going to use the pointed end, and I'm going to go in with my favorite neutral, dark neutral. I can't get it out, so I'm just going to show you. It's called Cocoa. It's a dark brown with a rosy base. And then I'm going to hit that area, outside area of my eye, and into the inner crease and make like a V shape. And again, this side of the brush is tapered and pointed, so I can almost just draw it on right where I want it. But see how it still blends really nicely? Drag it over the top outer part of my lid there. Do the same over here now. Make my V shape. And blend away. I do drag some a little bit in towards this inner corner because as I'm getting older, my lids are sagging not just here, but also here. So I like to have a little bit of depth in there so that when I'm talking and my eyes are moving, it looks like that's really hollowed out nicely inside on the inner corner of my eye, not just on the outer corner. When I was younger, I used to be able to just do like this part here. So depending on the shape of your eyes, you know, you can do this a little differently. But again, that's the great thing with Saint. When you decide to invest in some Saint products, you get your own personal makeup artist to help you. So that's what I'm here for. If you have any questions about what colors are really great for your eye color or your skin tone, how to apply the makeup to make the most of your features, which brushes are going to be most ideal. Those are all things that I can help you with and I would love to help you with. I'd love to help anyone out there who wants to know like which of the new blush colors, the bronzer colors are going to be good for them. We at Saint are super excited about the acquisition of these new colors because it's really opened up a whole new world of really pinpointing what looks great on skin tones. That Bella's great because it works really well on almost everybody, but it's just nice to have that other option. I'm going to go in with Stay Golden, the lighter one, and I'm just going to drag a little bit under here. I don't like to go super dark under there because I am an eyeliner girl and I wear eyeliner on my inner rim, so I just need a little color to soften that. There we go. Now I'm going to take the fluffy end again and I'm just going to blend over everything again, make sure everything is soft and seamless and blended. And then we'll have one last little step of the eyeshadow. So, as I said before, I'm an eyeliner girl. So this looks nice. I like it. But for me, I really like it when the colors pop. And I feel like I can go deeper on my eyeshadow when I wear more eyeliner. That's just because of the shape of my eyes. Not everybody has to do that. But if you've got a lot of a hooded lid sort of a deal, or if your eyes tend to sag down a little bit on the outer corners, this is going to help. I like a liquid eyeliner and also a cream eyeliner. Saint makes a wonderful one called Black Friday, and it works great. I packed this one at the last minute because I didn't know if I was going to wear extra eyeliner, and it's just one that I had in my older collection of makeup. It's a liquid eyeliner, but I'm just going to go in and do a very fine line just along my lashes. I'm just going to drag it up slightly at the very edge. See what a difference that makes. Makes your lashes look super thick, and it helps that whole contrast of color to pop in that area. You could do this with a pencil. You could definitely do it with the cream Black Friday eyeliner from Saint and your can't think of the name of the brush that we have with an angled end. Would be perfect, or your detail brush. It has a fine end too. Okay. So last will be a little bit of lip and cheek, and I'm going to highlight a little bit on the outer corners of my eyes there. So my two go-to colors for blush, if I'm just not wanting to think too much about it, is I love Tropicana, which is a little bit of a glossier one, and then, shoot, can't remember the name of it, the darker red one that I love so much. It'll come to me. I'm going to use the brick red one that I've got. This is what happens when you get in your 50s. You can't remember stuff. And I just like to hit certain areas of my face with a little bit of that extra color. And see, now that my skin's toned down, I can tell how much of the color that I want to add. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that sandstone. I use my fingers to apply it to my lips. I have very thin lips, so this sandstone is great because it's a matte color and it acts like a stain. And I can really, even without an eyeliner, make my lips look a lot fuller with it. Then I like to go over the top with a little bit of Tropicana because it's a semi-gloss. And it gives me just a little extra sheen and a nice warm touch to it. Okay, so the last thing I like to do when I'm all done is I like to go in with my lightest color, which today I'm using Sunlit. And I like to just take the pointed end of my brush, load some on there, and then I'll just do a swipe up. And that way, everywhere where I have put that shadow, where it's sort of filled out and around, you're like creating a nice sharp angle and makes your eye look much more lifted. You can see the difference there. It brightens up the whole eye area with one little swipe of product there. One of the best tricks over the years I've learned, especially as our faces start to fall as we age. Now my eyes have gone from looking really tired and downtrodden to more lifted and sculpted. So that's my look for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, if you check out the link in my bio, you'll be able to see all of Saint's products. And if you'd like to DM me, text me, contact me in any way, I would be happy to give you a free consultation. And obviously that could include a custom color match for you. So feel free to contact me anytime. I'm happy to help. And let's go out there and make the world a prettier place.